Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We are at Toyota World of Newton, and today we are checking out a sweet Tundra, and we're going to do a little test drive. This is one of my dream Tundras, Platinum, TRD off-road, IForce Max, but it has the TRD 3-inch lift as well, as you can see. This is not your regular spacer lift, ladies and gentlemen. You got TRD springs in there, Bilstein shocks, Roush upper control arms. It's got a front sway bar. The fog lights get deleted when you add the TRD 3-inch lift from factory for DOT compliance. 20-inch TRD wheels, Falcon Wild Peak tires. What many people like to do right away is change to a more aggressive tire to match this lift. Toyota puts on the same wheel and tire package as if it didn't have the TRD 3-inch lift, but what a sweet lift. What a sweet truck. TRD off-road, locking rear diff, multi-terrain select crawl control. You got the 360 camera. You got the TRD grill up front, TRD decal in the back, red TRD engine start button. You also have the sport pedals and the TRD shifter. And because it's Platinum, you have all the features standard. Premium auto leveling headlights. Again, the 360 camera up front. This is the IForce Max. So we're talking big horsepower here. 437 horsepower, 583 pound-feet of torque. Platinum written down on the door. This has sequential taillights, hydraulic cab mounts, the window goes all the way down in the back, acoustic laminated windshield, parking sensors, blind spot monitoring. On the inside, you got black leather seats that are heated and ventilated front and rear, massaging seats in the front, and memory function for driver. You got the 14-inch screen, digital gauge cluster, as you can see. There's your pano, black headliners and all Tundras for 2025. Digital rear view mirror. There's your sport pedals. If we hop in here, you will see a lot of luxury. We have the new wireless charger for 2025. Let's start her up so I can show you the 14-inch screen. There we have it. Shut the door. Make sure all of the sound is off. 14-inch screen kicking up here. So this is on the regular mirror. If you flick this, you have the camera. If you put the truck in drive, you have all the options to these cameras. You got the front-facing camera, rear-facing camera, on the sides, of course, in the bed. So you have a lot of different options with that. Of course, if you go into reverse, you can see everything around you and behind you, and of course you have parking sensors as well if you're getting close to something. These seats, again, are genuine leather, heated and ventilated, front and rear, and we have massaging seats in the front. There's ambient lighting, but you can't really see it now. It says Platinum over there. Seat controls in vehicle, massage, driver seat, power on. You can feel the intensity, and you could change all of these here. You could definitely feel it activating right now. Interesting feeling. So that's new for 2025. Massaging seats are standard in Platinum, 1794 and Capstone. You got soft touch leather over here, of course. The sunglass holder hasn't changed for a very long time for Toyota. Here's the shade, here's the moonroof. You got the mood button for the ambient lighting. Again, you can't really see it right now. The button to push the window open in the back. We'll see if you can see it. There you have it. The back seat here, you don't have under seat storage because you have the hybrid battery. So no under seat storage for the hybrids. If you pull this here, you can pull the seat up and you get a little storage area over there. And this is where your JBL subwoofer is. And don't forget, for 2025, we also have the power up-down tailgate. And this one has the spray-in liner, the bed lights and outlet, the deck rail system. All right, let's take the Platinum TRD off-road for a short little ride here. This is not the first time I've driven a Tundra with the TRD 3-inch lift. We drove an SR5 a few months back at Conacelli Toyota. But it's cool to drive one with all the options like this one has here. I mean, Platinum is pretty much fully loaded. There is a capstone right above this when it comes to trim level stuff, but in capstone you can't get TRD off-road package, so if that matters to you, something to keep in mind. Love this truck. This is in windshield pearl, by the way, and that's actually an upcharged color, but it looks great with the black accenting. And you have the dark chrome instead of the regular chrome on this truck as well. So overall, I mean, this is definitely one of my dream trucks. For the 2024 model year, they introduced TRD off-road availability on Platinum, okay? And it was popular right away, and it was kind of hard to find in the beginning, but now it is a lot more common. I guess you could say, I don't want to say common because it's not everywhere, but when you see them, especially when they have the TRD 3-inch lift like this, man, you got to appreciate it. What a cool truck. I mean, this has the iForce Max, this has the hybrid engine, this has the total package setup right here. Something that if you can afford it, check it out. I mean, this is like an $80,000 truck. We will look at the sticker. I forgot to view the sticker. It's on the back window there, but we will look at you know, some of the options this truck has. Now, don't forget, with the Platinum, everything is standard pretty much when it comes to luxury features. So the additions are things like the TRD off-road package, the TRD 3-inch lift. And speaking of the TRD 3-inch lift, I want to give some love and credit to Toyota on what they did with the TRD 3-inch lift. This lift obviously was designed for the Toyota Tundra. So sometimes when you go aftermarket, they design a lift for many different applications. This is designed and engineered for the Toyota Tundra, to work with the Tundra, to work with Toyota Safety Sense and all of the sensors and everything. It is so refined. It is something to definitely consider. It's a $4,000 lift when you add it to this truck from factory. It used to be available at the parts department to add to your Tundra that you already own. It is currently still on stop sale if you want to get it from the parts department. Today we're on some roads that, you know, are a little bit twisty with the TRD 3-inch lift, and I don't feel like the truck has body sway. The handling is very good. The truck feels heavy, but I don't mean that necessarily a negative way, because this hybrid engine, it gets up and goes the minute you put your foot on the pedal. So you're talking ultimate luxury, you're talking a sweet setup with what is under this truck as far as the TRD 3-inch lift. I mean, I think that's a win all the way around. So if you're in the market for a lift, maybe you want to check this out first and get yourself something that comes with the factory warranty like this has. But let's do a little turnaround on this truck. See how the radius is when it comes to turning. It doesn't feel, again, I know I say this in all my videos I do test drives in. Everybody complains about the turning radius of the new generation Toyota Tundra. The only trim that I was in that I felt like there was a real problem was the TRD Pro. The TRD Pro is 1.4 inches wider than any other Tundra. So that might hurt the radius. I mean, the offset and that whole setup they have, it really does hurt the radius. If you were to drive a TRD Pro and then drive any other trim, you will know right away. But 100% sweet ride here. This is not going to be the truck for everyone. It's not cheap. You're talking around $80,000 sticker for this kind of a setup here. Not everyone's going to be able to get in something like this. And the TRD 3-inch lift is available down in SR5 as well. Like the last one that we test drove, that was a base SR5 with the TRD 3-inch lift. So it's not just in this high trim level stuff, but this here, when you're talking Platinum, which is, you know, one of the luxury trims of Tundra, when you're talking hybrid, the big torque, big horsepower engine from Toyota for the Tundra, you're talking TRD off-road, which seems to be the package everybody wants on their Tundra, locking rear diff, multi-terrain select, crawl control, and it has the TRD 3-inch lift. It really doesn't get much better than that. And then on top of that, add windshield pearl on the Platinum, and I think it's a win all the way around. You let me know what you think in the comments below. If you're in the market for a Toyota Tundra, I should say this, if you're in the market for a high luxury Toyota Tundra, is this something you would consider, or would you go a different direction? And if you're in the market for a Toyota Tundra in general, do you go with the TRD 3-inch lift? Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, TikTok at TundraDude34, TundraDude34@gmail.com. You guys have a great day. Be safe and be well. And let's take a quick look at the sticker. Hybrid 2025 Tundra Platinum, Crew Max with a 5.5-foot bed, 10-inch color heads-up display, TRD 3-inch suspension lift, TRD off-road package, premium paint, all with the floor liners, black front bumper letters, non-skid sprayed bed liner, mini tie-downs, tailgate insert in black, 80,811. They have a markup here, 82,704, and that is what it's for. What's your thoughts on that price? What's your thoughts on this truck? Beautiful truck, fully loaded. If you want it all, this is how to do it.